you guys, it's Ida, it's she, it's me, and I'm back with not another YouTube video, but my first YouTube video. And I just want to thank everyone that has been, waiting for this YouTube video to drop patiently. And I have so much more in store for you guys when it comes to my YouTube channel. So many more bangers to come, so just stay tuned. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I customize my frontals and my closures when it comes to baby hairs, bleaching, plucking, every single aspect that goes into looking laid and looking invisible. Because that is honestly the goal when it comes to, putting on wigs. You want to look invisible. Like, you don't want people to be seeing your closures and your knots and those little all of those nonsense, because it's not what we're here for, baby. It's about to be 2020, and all my sisters need to stop paying people to be customizing their frontals, but start customizing their frontals and closures by themselves. Now, enough of my talking, let's get into it. In this blue bowl, there is already 2 scoops of the BW2, and right now I'm adding 40 volume developer. And a secret of mine, guys, that not a lot of people do, I don't think I've ever met anyone that does this, but something that I do to make sure I always get the right color when it comes to bleaching is I mix 2 different volume developers. You're probably wondering, sis, are you doing a science experiment? Why are you messing with chemicals like that? I find that in mixing 40 volume developer and 30 volume developer, it's giving you that perfect in-between color that is just right for any woman of color. Alright, so let's get started. I basically start in sections because I don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to, mess up anywhere, because once you mess up, it's very, very hard to correct your mistakes when it comes to bleaching your hair. As you see, I'm doing little bitty dabbles and little bitty baby strokes because you do not want to put too much bleach on your closure, because once it seeps through, sis, your hair will start looking hazy-haga, and that's what we're not trying to do. Throughout this whole process, you want to make sure that you're very uniform when it comes to bleaching it, and you want to also make sure that you are going slow and taking your time. Now we're just gonna let sis bake for about 15 to 20 minutes, and make sure you check in between those 15 to 20 minutes to make sure that you're not overdoing it or underdoing it. Now it's time to wash her. What I basically use is the Shimmer Light shampoo, just to, get that brassy tone out of there and make sure that there is no more leftover bleach still processing. Now I'm going to go with my Cream of Nature Moisture and Replenish Conditioner and just soothe that through the hand strands and make sure that everywhere is saturated and conditioned. Now, what I usually use to pluck and customize my frontals and my closures is my Motions Wrapping Lotion and my Lotta Body Setting Lotion. Now with these 2 products, it gives me the most sleekest and nicest results. After I apply both of those products, I go ahead and grab my tweezers and then get to tweezing. In certain parts of this video, I will slow down and talk you through this whole process, but for right now, I'm just going to speed it up because it's pretty straightforward. As you can see, I'm just plucking the front of the hairline where my baby hair will start, and I'm just going ahead and, comb out all of the hair that I plucked off, just to get that out of the way so I can know exactly what I plucked and what I haven't plucked. The reason why I am dividing it is so that I can start plucking the next section of the hair. Because what you want is you want that gradient effect. If you do not divide your hair by sections and then pluck, your hair will continue to look like a wig, and it'll continue to be, all broad and dark and not as natural as you want it to be. Here, think of it like this. The more you pluck, the more natural your hair is going to be. But if you over pluck, your hair is going to look bald. Not to scare you, but if you are a beginner, when it comes to plucking any type of, closure, whether it's a 3x4, 4x4, 13x4, it doesn't matter. You will mess up if you are not careful, and if you do not, slow down and check every little section and make sure that you are plucking the right amount. And the way you can do that is simply by, after every section you pluck, comb the entire hair back. I didn't really do this in the video because, I kind of know what I'm doing. But after every little section that you section, comb the entire hair back and see your progress. Then continue to go. So that way you know if you need to pluck more or pluck less, speed it up, slow it down, and things like that. Now I know at this point y'all are tired of hearing me talk, but I feel like y'all should get it by now. Well, at least the front, because the front is different from the side. There is more hair on the top of a frontal than on the side. So the side is where you really need to be careful. But right now, I feel like y'all got the top. Here is me checking my work and making sure that, that part that I did pluck is looking good and nice and smooth and correct, because there's no time for mistake when it comes to frontals. Like, it's very, very hard to fix a frontal after you've messed it up. Hold on. Do you see that frontal? Do you see that place that I just plucked? It looks too nice. Ignore the side. The sides look really bulky. But right there on top, huh? Now onto plucking the sides. I do start off where the baby hair starts again. And just so you know, make sure that my hairline is looking smooth, it's looking gradient, and it's not looking higgy. As I mentioned earlier, I do section each and every area on this frontal because it makes it so much easier to see what exactly you're doing and what exactly you're working with. it comes to plucking both sides, I do start off vertically and then I go ahead and, you know, pluck it horizontally, but I will show you that later on. Yes, sis, I know we're still plucking. Like, plucking a frontal is literally the most annoying thing ever because it takes forever, but it will be right there at the end of the day. Like, it will, trust me. And now we're on to the sides. Alright, ladies, so this is a frontal, okay, honey? And now it's time to press her. And you know what they say, you have to make sure your frontal is pressed so you can give these girls stress, okay? Now what I do first is get my hot comb that has been hot combing and chilling for an hour. Literally, this thing takes forever to get hot, but once it gets hot, nobody can tell you nothing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and section off where my baby hairs will be, just so I can, you know, style them, cut them, because of course your baby hairs can't be this long unless you want to go for a natural look and not have any baby hairs. But me personally, I need baby hairs to complete a frontal. Like, I need them. Like, that's the whole point of wearing a frontal, having baby hairs. But I guess it just depends on your preference. Okay, so I go in with this little eyebrow brush that I get from, I said brush, I'm dead. Eyebrow. This little eyebrow razor that I get from the beauty supply store, and I make sure that I cut my baby hairs short, but not too short. So I make sure that they're longer than the actual lace itself. Now I put a little bit of my Lotta Body setting lotion and my motion mousse in order to lay my baby hairs. I do not use gel because gel is too hard and it flakes up and it just makes your frontal look all ill. So I'd rather, you know, have that soft, nice, you know, unclumped look. Now, I don't ever do anything too crazy. I make sure that it looks, natural, but it still looks like I'm serving lips. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I literally do the same 4 steps all over again. Hot comb it, lotta body it, cut it, and swoop it. Literally, that's it. If you stayed till the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my notifications because I'll come back with more bangers.